Welcome. It's great to have you on the call. And if you're watching the video, wherever in the world you are, you're welcome. This evening, we're talking about children's nutrition. And we've got an excellent speaker from the Strand in South Africa, a man who's a headmaster of his own schools. And he's into maths and science and nutrition. So help me welcome Herman.
Hello, everybody. Nice talking to you tonight. Thank you, Chris, for the introduction. Let me just introduce myself as well. There's my qualifications, as you can see there, diploma in nutrition and some degrees as well. And just a disclaimer also, the whole talk tonight is from a primary healthcare perspective. It's not medical cures. It's just what I would do and what I am doing and what I have done. So it's just to help people live healthier. Now, children and nutrition. We are going to look at a couple of aspects. How to develop healthy eating habits, nutritional needs of children, dietary guidelines as well, some facts, and also some solutions to some of the questions that pop up. Now, why do children need good nutrition? Now, is it really an obvious question? Well, think about it. It's not that obvious because how many people have sick children? Because they don't feed them properly and they're obese, and at the age of 8 or 9 or 10, they get type 2 diabetes. So it's not such an obvious question if you think about it. And how many people, if the child keeps on nagging, I want the ice cream, I want the ice cream, I want the ice cream, they give the ice cream. Just for the sake of peace. Okay? But then again, if Chris was nagging me, I'll also give him the ice cream, just to keep it quiet. Okay. Healthy eating is essential for your child's good health. So why? You want a healthy child. It's for growth and development, strong bones and teeth, stronger immune system so they won't get sick that often, better hormonal functioning. They will have less chance of developing chronic disease like heart disease when you get older, or type 2 diabetes, obesity, and some cancers. Also make them feel better and enjoy life more and feel better about themselves. Better mental health, better intellectual and emotional development, and help maintain a healthy weight. From the other side, malnourished children may be short for their age, thin or bloated, listless, have weakened immune systems. Many nutritional disorders can affect any system in the body. If you lack nutrients, it can affect your sight, your taste, your smell, reduce anxiety, mood disorders, psychiatric symptoms, and many, many health issues. We all learn at school about scurvy and beriberi, night blindness, few of these diseases, but there are many, many more. And people are more discovering how many diseases that we have today actually because of malnutrition. And it all starts in childhood. Therefore, developing healthy eating habits, develop those eating habits is so important. There are many tips. I'm just going to touch on some tips. So let's see some tips. Focus on overall diet rather than a specific foods. We're so focused on something, but look at the broader picture as well. Kids should be eating whole, minimally processed, nutritious food. Okay, so look for food that's less processed. Have regular family meals. Yes, sit around the table and eat together. You'll be surprised the effect it has also on the family bonding time and those things as well. Dinner, breakfast at approximately the same time every day. Try and get together. It's a good habit for the family, and it teaches the child good habits in terms of eating. Otherwise, it will be like eating on the run, the Rottweiler style. No? The food is gone because you were all in a rush. Cook more meals at home. Beware of all the takeaways. Eating home-cooked meals is healthier for the whole family in any case. Make healthy choices appealing. In other words, add some children don't like vegetables, okay? I'm guilty myself. I'm not a child. I still don't like vegetables. But make beef stew and add vegetables to it, okay? Or my wife's favorite trick. She takes a stick blenders, and just the broccoli and the cauliflower and put it in stews that you can't see it. Cheat, okay? In any case, the childhood impulse to imitate is also strong. So it's also good if parents set a good role model. I must admit, I was guilty there. And I'm still guilty when it comes to my grandchildren. Okay. That creates another question as well. How can you solve the problem? There are solutions. We're going to look at that later on. But also remember, there is scientific evidence that genetics affect taste. Believe it or not. You find people that like salty food, that like people like sweet food, like people like some weird spicy foods. It's not just what they learn from the parents. There's a genetic factor involved as well. So, force feeding and fighting may in fact achieve the opposite. I remember my parents tried to force me to eat green beans. And I would sit there an hour after the meal, green beans still on my plate, not touching it. It didn't work for me. Okay. I suppose some people are a bit, I won't mention the word now, but okay. On the other hand, there's a lot of nasty stuff in your food. That's why I said home-cooked meals, cook from scratch, because there's a lot of nasty stuff in your food. This is a whole talk on its own, actually. Talk about our health is under attack because of what we get in our food. So how to develop healthy eating habits? Well, get the kids involved. Get them involved in the process. They enjoy helping you shop, especially for chocolates. Okay, yeah. They help shopping, and they like to help prepare dinner as well. Make it fun for them. Get them involved. I know that's a tough one for mums to get the kids to help in the kitchen because it slows you down a bit, eh? And sometimes they make a mess. But try and get them involved. It's also a chance to teach them how to read food labels. There's also another talk on its own about food labels because they catch us for suckers, as we call it here, because people are buying stuff without reading the food labels, and even the labels can be misleading. Make a variety of healthy snacks available instead of empty calorie snacks. Make sure in the home you've got healthy snacks around, because children tend to snack. That was encourage snacking, but if they have to snack, give them something healthy, like fruit, vegetables, whole grain snacks, healthy beverages. And there's some shops even sell whole grain snack bars that are low carb. Limit portion sizes. Yeah, children can sometimes eat too much. Even if it's healthy food, they can still eat too much. And please don't insist your child must clean the plate, because the child might already be so full. You are just actually adding slowly but surely some calories and actually some weight. And a dislike in the child as well. Never use food as a reward or a bribe. I suppose once in a blue moon is not an issue, but if you do it regularly, you're in for trouble. Don't do that. Start the day right. Now, there's a bit of argument about breakfast or not, but children are active. They need energy. They need nutrients to start the day properly. There's research showing that kids who enjoy breakfast every day have better memories, more unstable moods and energy. They score higher on tests and miss fewer days from school. They're also less likely to experience problems with their weight. So a good breakfast for a child can actually be a very good habit. You see these Americans, they love to make these, what they call pancakes. We call it basically flapjacks, just big flapjacks. Now, that's not a healthy breakfast, not at all. Eat a breakfast high in quality protein, like yogurt and milk and cheese and eggs and meat or fish. Because enough protein can help overweight children eat fewer calories. And can also make a child not become overweight because they don't as hungry later on in the day. plenty of good carbs, like fruit, for example, in there. Not these sugary cereals, please. But high quality protein is so important. Breakfast on a weekday needn't be time consuming. There are low sugar options, high protein options. An apple on the go, there are some options. But beware of breakfast cereals. The typical breakfast cereal is just carbs, and more carbs, and more carbs. So there are some good quality cereals if you do your homework. Here's another big problem for us parents and grandparents. GMOs and pesticides. How do you keep kids safe? Genetically modified organisms are engineered to make food crops resistant to toxic herbicides like Roundup. I understand the need for that because the farmers produce more food, bigger yields. But the problem is these pesticides and herbicides and stuff are very often carcinogenic and hormone disruptors as well. So we try and stay away from these things. Eat organic wherever possible, so you can remove the possible side effects of toxic pesticides and other stuff that might be in the food that you eat. And children, the liver kidneys are less effective at removing ingested pesticides. Protect them. Go to farmers markets and look for organic produce. But please, people, make sure it really is organic. A lady that I know here in the Strand, she makes labels for people. They put on bottles and whatever they sell. So she made labels for a lady who sold organic fruit and vegetables. What happened? She one day saw this lady's assistant walking in a normal fruit and vegetable supermarket, buying trolleys full of normal fruit and vegetables for the lady. She just packages them, put the organic sticker on them. So make sure it really is organic. Wash your fruits and vegetables. Also, go and look for EWG 30,000 plus. Google that. They will give you a list of fruits and vegetables that you can wash the poisons off. And wash it with a soap like LDC that's not toxic. Choose organic grass-fed meat whenever possible. Pesticides and animal feed accumulate in the fatty tissue. And even milk. I should put this slide in as well. Milk. Try and find hormone-free milk. Some countries like South Africa, you can buy it to look around. Because milk that comes from cows that are fed hormones is not such a good thing. It is actually linked to developing diabetes or insulin resistance. Now, dealing with picky eaters, now that's me. Okay? Don't give me green beans. And the picture in the background, that's me. Don't give me broccoli either. Okay. That's me, picky eaters. There's also me. I don't like to mix my food. Okay? Some foods I like to mix, yes, some foods. But in general, I don't like to mix my food. And many people like that. And you might just cause problems for yourself. Learn what the baby of your likes of your child are like, what your child wants as well there. It takes most children 8 to 10 presentations of new food before they accept it. So if you want to teach a child to eat something new, give small pieces. Okay? But you're going to force feed him, he's not going to take it. Rather set the example. Offer new food only when the child is hungry and rested. Not when the child is difficult. Make sure he's hungry and he's rested. Present only one new food at a time. Don't throw luck, in other words. But make it fun. Present the food as a game, a playful experience, or cut the food into unusual shapes. But make it nice and appealing. Serve new foods with favorite foods to increase acceptance. And eat the new food yourself. Now, I'm sorry there. I'm not going to eat that broccoli just so we children can see me eat it, please. That's me. But there are solutions to that as well, by the way. Have a child help to prepare foods. Limit beverages and snacks. Picky eaters often fill up on liquids instead. Be careful about having a drink while you're eating. Persuading children to eat more fruit and vegetables, that can be a challenge. Make mealtimes playful. Top a bowl of whole grain cereal with smiley face, like banana, or slices for eyes, for example. Raisins for a nose, peach or apple slice for the mouth. Or if you've got whole grain bread, put something on there that makes it look nice or something. Because children don't like whole grain, whole wheat bread. They want white bread, eh? Create a food collage. Use broccoli florets for trees, carrots and celery for flowers, cauliflower for clouds, and a yellow squash for a sun. Then eat your masterpiece. And let the child even make it. Very often if a child makes something themselves, they tend to be more open to eat it. Make frozen fruit kebabs for kids using pineapple chunks, bananas, grapes, and berries. You can also go further, make smoothies of it, and make lollipops, ice lollies from that. In any case, make mealtimes playful. Go food shopping with the children. Let them pick out new fruit and vegetables to try. Let them entice them into saying, let's try something new. There are ways of getting a child to say, I want to try something. You know your child. Try fruit smoothies for quick, healthy breakfast or afternoon snack. Add vegetables and fruits to baked goods, blueberry pancakes, zucchini bread, carrot muffins. And just add something, some hidden ingredients, like my wife with the stick blender. Okay? Add extra veggies to soups, stews, and sauces, grated or shredded to make them blend in. But important, this is so important. Limit sugar in your child's diet and in yours too, by the way. A child's body gets all it needs from sugar naturally occurring in food. Sugar is not a nutrient, shouldn't be seen as a nutrient at all. You get too much of it. It contributes to tooth decay, hyperactivity, mood disorders, increased obesity risk, type 2 diabetes, suicidal behavior as well. Sugar is dangerous, in other words. Cut down on sugar. Now, this is a suggestion I've seen, but I would even go for less than 3 teaspoons of sugar a day. I'm not talking about what you would naturally find in your fruits and vegetables. I'm talking about the additional ones. Fizzy drinks. Remember, they contain a lot of sugar. I've actually seen some fizzy drinks containing like 14 teaspoons of sugar, not just 10. And we give children 2 or 3 of these to drink a day. That's crazy. Watch out for hidden sugars in bread, canned soups and vegetables, frozen dinners, ketchup, and fast food. It's all over hidden. 75% of packaged food in the UK contains added sugar. All these low fat and fat-free foods, be careful. Added sugar. Now, don't ban sweets entirely, but make it a treat, like at the weekend, for example. Cut down on it, but don't ban it completely. Having a no sweets rule will invite cravings and overindulgence when given the chance. You don't want that. Give recipes a makeover. Look at your favorite recipes and see if you can change there. Because very often you can use less sugar, it would still taste nice. And here's what I'm talking about sugar. Take note. There's so many names for sugar nowadays. And this list keeps on going. Because people are processing food and making all these fancy foods, they actually find new ways of hiding sugar in their food. Now, talk about labels. Look at this can here at the bottom. It says no sugar. But I don't know if you've ever taken a nice look here at the ingredients. The first ingredient is carbonated water. The second one is colorant, in brackets, caramel. What is caramel? Sugar. But the tin says no sugar. Read your labels. Avoid your sugary drinks, like you just said. because a tin of fizzy drink can have more than 3 times a daily recommended limit for children in terms of sugar. You can add a splash of fruit juice to sparkling water, or a slice of a fruit to sparkling water, for example. Or make a smoothie. Cut down the processed foods because they tend to be high in fatty acids and so on. Bread and cakes cause a glycemic roller coaster and can leave kids tired and sapped of energy. What happens then? They want more sugary stuff to get energy again. Replace refined carbs or sugar snacks with healthy sources of fat. Organic whole-fat yogurt rather than low-fat or no-fat versions. Like I said before, those low-fat and fat-free versions very often have got extra sugar added to give taste. Create your popsicles and frozen treats. Make smoothies and freeze it, for example. Okay, or make ice cubes. Freeze grapes and berries, banana pieces, and so on. Then top with chocolate sauce or whipped cream for amazing treat. But watch out what is in the chocolate sauce then, eh? Avoid foods that impair mood. Certain foods and drinks can make kids and teens more vulnerable to depression and anxiety. Yes, it can. A recent study found that people, take note, who drank 4 or more cups of fizzy or sweetened fruit drinks a day, including diet versions, you know, there's no sugar added versions or sugar-free versions, they had a much higher risk for depression. Excessive amounts of caffeine from energy drinks and so on, or coffee, can also trigger anxiety and aggravate feelings of depression when the caffeine wears off. A diet high in processed foods such as fried food, sweet desserts, sugary snacks, refined flour and cereals, and processed meats can increase the risk for anxiety and depression. Yes, the research is there. So we can say you are what you eat. Let's look at toddlers and young children a bit more. Introduce new tastes and textures as a transition from baby food to real food. I remember when I was young, onions, the texture, fried onions between my teeth. I couldn't stand that. As an adult, when I learned that onions are actually very healthy for you, I forced myself to start eating it. Okay? But introduce children slowly to new foods. Keep also in mind that toddlers have a very small stomach. So don't feed them 5 hot dogs. One might be more than enough. Not a hot dog is a healthy meal either. Maybe better to feed them 5 to 6 small meals a day rather than 3 large ones. Depending on age or size, activity level, they need about 1,000 to 1,400 calories a day. Don't go overboard as they'll become obese in the long run. It's perfectly normal for your child to be ravenous one day and then eat nothing the next day. That's normal. We got so much into a habit that you must have 3 meals a day and it must be big meals. Your body its needs might change a bit from day to day as well. In children, that's quite common. An important part of toddlers' diet is calcium, and the best source of this is organic milk and green leafy vegetables. They must get it in. Now, if they're lactose intolerant or don't like dairy, use other customary foods like organic soy. Okay. On a side note, quickly, if a child is lactose intolerant, it might be indication that he's lacking good probiotics or he's lacking certain amino acids. So his body is short of lactase, the enzyme necessary to digest lactose. Okay, if you use orange juice, for example, make fresh ones with a pulp in it. The fiber, in other words. If you buy the fruit juice in the shop, most of them don't contain the pulp. So you actually get concentrated sugar and no fiber in it then. Toddlers need about 7 milligrams of iron a day to prevent iron deficiency, which can affect growth, learning, and behavior. Yes, there are studies that actually show that an iron deficiency can lead to a lowered IQ in children. Yes, those studies do exist. In infancy, breast milk has a readily absorbable type of iron, easily absorbable. Now, when you switch to real food, it's important to ensure the child is eating good sources of iron, like red meat, for example, or eggs. Now, people, please, cereals that are iron fortified, be careful. Most of them contain iron filings. And those iron filings get trapped in starch. And the starch protects it against the stomach acid. And those iron filings get to the small intestines, but they get stuck and can cause problems. So careful of those iron fortified cereals. Careful. A child should eat at least 5 servings of fruit and vegetables per day. Can we give you snacks? Okay? An apple or carrot slices. Whole grains. 4 daily servings is recommended. Whole grains, not white bread. Include things like quinoa and farro and couscous, wild rice, and so on. Milk and dairy, about 3 servings or 1 pint, about 500 milliliters of milk per day. Cheese and yogurt can be useful alternatives as well. Protein, 2 servings a day. A variety of different types of protein. Like we said before, protein is so important because it helps you feel full for longer. The child feels full for longer and might prevent obesity eventually. Vitamins and minerals, we'll talk about it later on again, but they need vitamins and minerals in varying quantities. For children aged 5 to 12, the key word is variety. Eating becomes a social activity in this stage of life. So we all know we go out and visit people for a meal and sit and party or around a plate of food. They probably spend more time in school than they do at home. So regular family mealtimes are vital. Sit around the table. Now, these are the children in school. Family meals provide the opportunity to catch up on the kids' daily lives. They also enable you to teach by example, but it creates family unity. It helps the child feel safe. It's so important as family meals. That your kids see you eating a wide variety of healthy foods while keeping the portions in check and limiting fried, junk, and processed foods. On a side note, in the USA, studies have shown that processed meats, if a child is 12 hot dogs a month, American hot dogs a month, it increases the risk of leukemia in the child by 900%. The processed foods, think again. Refrain from obsessive calorie counting. Others, don't be obsessed about weight and calorie counting. Your child is going to learn that same behavior from you. And that can actually, ironically, lead to obesity. You don't want that. As children develop, they require the same healthy foods as adults. Some vitamins and minerals might be more than when they were younger. It varies as you age. This means whole grains, a variety of fresh fruits and vegetables, calcium, and so on. All these things, make sure they get a variety in. Now, it's quite difficult. Ask yourself the question, did you get in more than 3 fruit and vegetables today in your diet? Did you? And you'll see the problem. For mom to create that much food, a variety of food on a daily basis is a challenge. Healthy fats are important. They're filling, they improve concentration, and prevent emotional health problems. And many of these healthy fats are so important for many functions in the body. Some are actually part of natural ingredients in the body needs to function. Some fats, monosaturated fats, olive oil, avocados, nuts, and seeds, so pumpkin, sesame. These are some good ones you can use. Polyunsaturated fats, The omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish or in flaxseed and walnuts. Just a side note, flaxseed and those omega-3 from plants is only one of the 8. So if you want your best omega-3, you must get all 8 from fatty fish. Saturated fats from whole milk, dairy, fish, poultry, coconut, and organic grass-fed meat. Avoid trans fats, which you find in margarines, fried foods, baked foods, and other processed foods. Now, fruits 2 to 4 servings, but remember the veggies must come in as well. So you can get to 5+ portions in the end. Okay, here's just some examples you can give. Whole grains. So important, we don't get enough whole grains in, so we miss out the lipids and sterols, so very important fats and oils that we need. Okay, find whole grains, because they're a good source of energy and of fiber. Fiber does so much for us. Fiber is a diverse range of compounds found in the cell walls of vegetables, fruit, pulses, and oats. The main source of nutrients in the diet, you find calcium, iron, and vitamins. Such an important source is fiber. Fiber. To help prevent diabetes and control sugar levels and clean out the blood vessels and control cholesterol and all these things. Important for healthy bowel function and satiety. You need insoluble and partially soluble and soluble fiber. All of them important. That's why variety is so important. Helps control sugar levels in the body. Vegetables also 3 to 5 servings per day. Raw or cooked, find some vegetables. Protein, 2 to 3 servings. Find different types of protein. Please stay away from processed meats. Dairy products, use 2 to 3 servings per day. And zinc is important. Zinc is a mineral you find in many of these protein-rich foods as well. A weighty problem. Children, weight and self-esteem. Now, prevent obesity and weight problems. How? Think of exercise as a food group in your kids' diet. Yes, see it as a food group. Substantially overweight obese children are at greater risk for cardiovascular disease, bone and joint problems, sleep apnea, and poor self-esteem, as well as long-term health problems in adulthood. So if you don't look after your child's diet, yes, you are setting your child up for health issues when he's older. Addressing it requires a coordinated plan of physical activity and healthy nutrition. So exercise is important. The goal should be to slow or halt weight gain, thereby allowing your child to grow into his or her ideal weight. Add physical activity to your child's day, just as you would add fruit or veggies. Encourage them by playing with them. Encourage them to participate in team sports and so on. Junk food, please. Kid-friendly junk food alternatives. Instead of French fries, try baked fries grilled in the oven and salted lightly. So oven fried, for example. Instead of ice cream, try yogurt, sorbet, fresh fruit smoothies, or make homemade ice cream from coconut cream. And be careful what you sweeten it with. Instead of fried chicken, try baked or grilled chicken. Instead of donuts or pastries, try bagels, English muffins, home-baked goods with less sugar. And if you make the muffins, add stuff in there like grated carrots. Instead of chocolate chip cookies, try some healthy alternatives. Okay, fig bars, organic dark chocolate, and so on. Instead of potato chips, try baked vegetable chips. For example, sweet potato chips, slightly more healthy. Okay, or use nuts as well. It's difficult for a child to follow a healthy diet if they're regularly eating fast food at fast food restaurants. Okay, because these foods are normally high in unhealthy fat, sugar, sodium, calories, and so on. So eating out a lot is not a good idea. That should be a treat. It shouldn't be a treat to eat at home. It should be a treat to go eat out. But on the other hand, no matter how well parents promote healthy eating, it can be difficult for any kid to avoid the temptation of the junk food. I mean, I still like my hamburger and slab chips. Okay. And I'm not a kid anymore, although Lisa will say I'm still a kid. Okay. Instead of eliminating junk food entirely, which will just lead to cravings, try to cut back on the times your kids eat fast food. And the times they do, try to find healthy alternatives or add something healthy to the meal. Steer them towards healthier options when you eat out. Avoid sodas, shakes, or sweetened coffee drinks. They're packed with sugar and caffeine. Diet drinks, artificial sweeteners, please. They can trigger sugar cravings. They can lead to weight gain. They're also linked to many health issues, diabetes, dementia, and heart health. So all the diet drinks, please stay away from them. Encourage your kids to rather drink water or milk instead. And skip the fries. That's a tough one for me, but skip the fries. Take along a bag of mini carrots, grapes, or something like that instead. Some other tips. Watch portion size. That's so important. Stick to the children's menu or go for the smaller size if they don't want to eat from the children's menu. Now, all the kids meal with some substitutions. You know, kids love those fun boxes and toys they get with kids' meals. Be careful of that. That entices them to buy those meals, right? Also, healthier choices for the drink and the fries. Okay, avoid fried and breaded items. Limit sides. Or swap for salads or fresh fruit. Some facts. Approximately 90% of children do not eat 5 or more portions of fruit and vegetables per day. Only about 50% of children consume whole grain cereals. That's in the UK. Some more studies from other countries. Children's diet is high in calories and low nutrients. 25% of children daily calorie intake comes from foods like candy, soda, ice cream, crisps, buns, and cookies, from all the wrong foods. My time is running out, but there's so much I want to share. Inadequate intake of vitamins is a common thing because people don't eat a variety of foods and not the right foods. Why children need greater? Well, firstly, growth. Produce more than 1 billion new cells each day. Development. Tissue and organ systems need nutrients for development. Metabolism, high when you're young. Physical mental activity, creating enormous energy demand, sitting in school, studying. Now, the question is it necessary to supplement? Quick answers. Nutritional value of food has declined. Several studies confirm this. Children are fussy eaters, and I'm a child too. Okay, fussy eaters. Parents don't have time to prepare complete meals. Our food contains many toxins and other unhealthy ingredients. We eat too much processed food. Food labels don't tell the whole truth. Like that fizzy drink I said, they said no sugar, but it's caramel in. Is it really possible to eat between 7 and 14 portions of fruit and vegetables a day? Really? Poor mom or dad if dad makes the food. And people eat on the run. And they grab some quick stuff. So from this, and there are other reasons too, you can see supplementation has become necessary. We need macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbs, vitamins and minerals, phytonutrients, that's the carotenoids, the flavonoids, and so on. So find a good multivitamin. One that I recommend is Vita Squares, which is whole food, natural, complete, with vitamins and minerals. If I say complete, there are some minerals that are not in there. Calcium, because calcium make this Vita Square better. They won't like it. But that's antioxidant specifically designed for children to meet the unique nutritional needs. Enhanced with TNN from whole grains. Very important lipids and sterols, which have been removed from our food. But there's choline as well. Great tasting chewable tablets. Children will think it's sweets. Flavored with all natural fruit essences. Naturally sweet with fruit, sugars, and juices. No artificial ingredients, colors, flavors, sweetness, or preservatives. Healthy food. Liquivite for younger children who can't chew yet, or for old people who can't eat food anymore. Contains grain concentrates as well, whole food carotenoids in there, flavonoids in there, vitamins and minerals in there. Okay, so that's an alternative there. A good vitamin C is so important as well. It contributes to normal function of the immune system, protection of cells from oxidative stress, reduction of tiredness and fatigue. Now, this specifically is so important because it helps with collagen formation. Now, as you grow, amino acids and collagen together, amino acids vitamin C is important for collagen formation. So for normal function of gums, teeth, skin, and blood vessels. So it's important. Get a good shake, protein shake. One with enough protein in, like this one, which I prefer, the New Life Shake, 18 grams of lean protein. With other nutrients as well, 5 grams of fiber as well. Glycemic response, if you mix it with water, it will not give a sugar spike. Includes branched chain amino acid, leucine, promotes satiety, you feel full for longer. Biologically complete with 22 amino acids and vitamins and minerals. Now, your body needs 20 amino acids to make proteins and the 2 other needed for neurotransmitters and other things in your body. But you need 22. No artificial colors, sweetness, or preservatives added. Only 160 calories when mixed with milk. It's a bit more. Provides quick as well as a lasting energy for special blend of simple and complex carbohydrates. Ideal for athletes and the whole family. Provides protein plus calcium and other minerals. Like I said, you can mix it with milk, fruit juice, or other things you want to mix it with, but not brandy. Okay, Chris, sorry. Not for you. Can be used as a balanced meal replacement. Another one I would recommend is the natural whole grains and seeds from this New Life bar. Look at all the ingredients, all non-GMO, all whole food organic, very healthy. Such a wide variety of ingredients in there. Fantastic snack. Okay, there you can see what it looks like. 10 grams of protein in there, 5 grams of fiber, only 180 calories, a lot of omega-3s as well, vitamins and minerals, and also glycemic response control, and gluten-free. Perfect for snacking. VitaGuard. Remember I said earlier about toxins in your food? VitaGuard is so important for children to help the body remove those toxins. Powerful antioxidants from whole foods. That's some ingredients. Helps protect children's delicate tissues and organs from free radical damage. Supports the immune system. Okay, natural food and so on. Kids love them. Children older than 8, you can depending on the physique, they can start looking at the more adult products perhaps, depending on how tall they are. Vitality Plus, New Life Shake, VitaGuard. Why am I recommending these products? Because it's based in nature, backed by science, not thumb sucking, and it's tested on humans. Okay, so its quality has been over 60 years of scientific excellence in these products. Some of the sources, you want to check up the sources. Now, if you want you and your family to be healthy, yes, maybe time for you to change your buying habits. That's a mantra in my head already. Change your buying habits. Now, why don't you join us in our goal to make the world a healthier and happier place? Join us. For more information, contact the person who invited you to watch this meeting. Thank you for watching.